welcome back to Fairview Farm. It is May the 22nd and we have this beast sitting in our yard. Yeah, the day has come. We are going to be turning all of our all of our hay here into pellets. We've got the pelletizer. We're going to be loading the lorry up. But when they were taking me through how to run this piece of kit, when they brought it up here yesterday, it does actually have a tank on it, so I'm not going to have to empty into my truck as I'm going around the field, which was what I was originally fearing. So yeah, we're going to actually get to use this bit of kit. I'm really, really excited to jump on in here. So let's do just that. And yeah, this is such a different space to be sitting in. I'm so much higher. It's really, really surprising. Let's get it started. And yeah, that's all working well. Shift it into drive. And yeah, this is a very different machine to be using. So getting into the rows, what I need to do is turn it on or drop it down. And it should be loaded up with everything that I need. They said it'll, this piece of kit, it'll go for all three of these fields, so we're good. I do wonder how it'll handle these wetter patches that we've got here. Yeah, it's just so it's not able to pick those up. So, yeah, we'll keep going. And it's making the pellets. Wow, this is a very different piece of kit to have on the farm. Definitely the biggest thing we've ever had on here, and it seems to be handling the job well. The interesting thing will be when we come to do the far side of the field and that steeper bit of hill and see how well it gets up it, but this tractor should be more than capable. Although I don't know, we're getting stuck on just this little bit here. That is really struggling to get up there. Done it, but it's not great. Yeah, wow, that's properly struggled to get up there. There's no low range gears or anything in this. It's all one CVT gearbox, and so the tractor should be adjusting itself, but that was a big slowdown on that bit there, and these slopes are only going to get worse on here. We do have slightly more of the hay rode up on this particular headland than on the rest of the field. So I'm wondering if it's struggling capacity-wise. It's certainly pulling a lot in and pushing it through. So, yeah, I don't know if that is a capacity thing or not. But we're only doing... what, 2 miles an hour, 1.9 miles an hour coming up this slope here. It is definitely struggling to deal with it. I'm surprised. This tractor is supposed to have an awful lot more horsepower than this piece of kit requires, but it is struggling to get up this hill. Well, we've eventually made it up to the top, but yeah, I did some double checking on my phone, and this is rated for 385 horsepower, this tractor, and it is really struggling on those hills. I'm gonna back this up a little bit. I think this barn, I think I said this yesterday, I think this barn, we need to work it so that we're not working so close to it. It's causing me problems. I want to sort of even things out and smooth things out with the grass around here. So we'll be doing stuff to address that because yeah, otherwise it just becomes way too fiddly around there. And I'm betting that we've left some of our hay up there. It's just too difficult to get everything round. We've done fairly well though. Can I see if we got any? Oh yeah, looks like we're getting fairly full on this piece of kit. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're doing, I think we're about half full by the looks of things. So we might get another around the field. But it is going fairly slow in places. I mean, we're doing, what, 9 miles an hour at this point. But getting around the rest of the field, that is definitely struggling with it, which is a little bit odd. Certainly, this is running a little bit slower than I'd have expected it to. My understanding is we're the first farm to be trying this and seeing how everything works around here. And yeah, I think they're gonna. I think my feedback is that we're gonna need to put a bigger tractor on this. Maybe something with some tracks. There's a larger class tractor, I think, with tracks that might fit this a little bit better for that. Maybe give it a big overkill in the horsepower, because there's a good 35 horsepower that this has, and to be struggling up a slope like that is interesting. And it's as soon as we hit any kind of slope at all, it really struggles. This might be a case of having to go back and speak with everybody and see what they say, because I think it's going to take us much longer to get these pellets made than it ever would for us to get this field baled up. We are at a proper crawl now. Wow, that is a problem. It looks like this might have a little bit of an issue with the horsepower here. It is moving and it is working, but yeah, we're doing less than a mile an hour as we crawl up this hill, and this is not the only row we're gonna have going up this slope. I think we might end up fitting all of this in one lorry load. We are all the way around the field. There is we're not even full. We're getting there, and I'm gonna bring the lorry in now and empty it, but we are definitely not we're definitely not filling it up that fast. I would like to fit it all in this. That would make a big difference to us. We'd be able to do this a lot quicker than we are, and certainly it's quicker picking all of this up than it would be if we were doing it with bales. So let's get this emptying, and there we go. Into the trailer it goes, and yeah, it's surprising how little we're getting off here, but then it does compact these this hay into the pellets. So storage shouldn't be too big of an issue for us, I don't think. I believe there's an attachment for this pellet machine that will allow it to convert bales into pellets as well. And my understanding for that is that it requires a square baler to do that, which of course we don't have on this farm. I think some of the other farms on Fairhead do have a square baler set up rather than the round bales that we have, and I think that they will probably benefit from this more with that attachment. Certainly I am getting slow going doing this here, and it's taking a while to get up here. I think the tractor's actually slipping. I can feel it sort of slipping back a little bit every so often, and it might be something to do with the weight. In fact, you can see that back tire. If we look around the other way, yeah, you can see a little bit of slip in that back tire, which is not great, which surprises me because the ground here is pretty dry at the moment, but we're just not getting the grip coming up these hills with this tractor doing this job. Even when I'm not lifting, it just struggles, this tractor, up a hill with this this pellet machine. It is crazy how much this requires. It must be the pure weight of this piece of kit on here. I'm definitely going to suggest that they all look into a newer or a bigger tractor possibly on this. I don't know if this tractor is leased or whether we own it, but certainly what we've got on these hills, it's struggling once it's got the horsepower in use on it. It has big issues with it. I would like very much to be able to go up these hills at a faster speed than this. I think I found the most efficient way to use this bit of kit. It does mean that we do a lot more traveling, but even then I think it's more fuel efficient because of how much power we're using uphill. But I'm gonna have to run everything downhill on this field in order to get it to actually work as I want it to. We come down to the bottom here, we turn it off and lift it, and it gives us a speed of 21 miles an hour. I think it drops to like 13 as we reach the top, but that is still so much faster than if we went and did it the other way, and then we're doing like 10 miles an hour downhill. So overall, much quicker process doing it this way and going downhill all the time, but not what I expected from this bit of kit at all. I've done nearly half the main part of the field now, and we are only 60% full, which is incredible. I was expecting this to be a lot more full by this point. We can take more than three full tanks from this piece of equipment off the field with that lorry, and yeah, we're not going to fill it up from this field today. I think we're going to end up going at the other two fields. In fact, with the speed that this is going and the fact that we need to feed the cows, I think we're probably going to only pelletize this field, and we will probably do bales on the other one or the other two, just because the amount of time and the amount of effort this is actually taking is way more than I expected. This was something that we were expecting to revolutionize how we did the hay on the farm, and in fact it's just a really expensive way of us to take more time to get this job done. I think we're looking rather full back there. What do we got? Oh yeah, definite heap coming out of there, so let's get the belt out and we can unload this. And no, turn it off, and up the field we go, and we'll unload on this run. So yeah, we've got a good majority of the field done here now. Only about 5, maybe 6 rows left to go, but it is taking most of the day to get this done. It's a very big job, this, and surprisingly big. I think we unload there, we are gonna be in the wrong place. Let's pull this up the side, and there we go. Empty that out, and fill our truck with more pellets. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 6 rows left to go here, so not going to be another full bit. But my feedback is definitely going to be we either need a bigger tractor on here, or it's going to be this sitting in the shed doing pellets while bales are bought in to be done in it, and I'll need a square baler if I'm going to be doing that. This is the last bit, well, other than a row that I tried to drive up the field to do and ended up just going 2 miles an hour again, so we need to clear that little bit up, but we are nowhere near a full tank again, so it's been disappointing is the only way I think I can describe this. We've not got what I expected to with this machine. as big as this machine is and as expensive as all this kit is, it really isn't holding up that well to us just creating the bales, creating the hay bales to feed the cows and then doing silage with everything else. It's been a little bit of a disappointment. And of course, the next tractor up here, that is going to be a really big increase in cost. So I'm surprised. I am surprised this hasn't worked as well as we expected it to after all the money that's been plowed in here. But we'll see how we go. Right, let's get the belt out. This tractor, you know, is doing 11 miles an hour up these hills. These hills are quite steep, in fairness. And it may be that we just need to have a different approach. Maybe going into the next year, what I'll have to do is have a look at a square baler for this. But again, that depends on getting the right one at the right price in order to actually make it worth it. And these hay pellets would really have to be worth it in order to do that. However, that's the field done. It's taken us most of the day to do it. So we'll get these dropped off down at the pellet packing plant. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below. Follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.